anyway, having said that right now, and speaking about the action, we're going to check out another clip from the movie. This one, some crazy action. Let's check it out.
Hold on right there, big man. Slow down. If you stay down, we don't have a problem. We'll have a big problem. Down, down.
Another wicked scene from the movie, and just a small representation of how much the movie has to offer. And there's so much action. Did you do your own stunts in the movie?
There's some great stunts in the movie. There's 3 major stunts, which I wouldn't do for insurance purposes and for common sense purposes. Just come from me. I'm not qualified to do them. But all the fighting stuff, every bit of that was me. Had a great, fight choreographers, did a top-notch job. It's real deal stuff. There's no wires and junk like that. When people get hit in this movie, people get hurt. And that's the kind of stuff that I like. But I did pretty much everything.
And that's the bottom line. Right now we're going to check on an audience question. An email question. This one is from Victoria in Whitby. And she basically says she likes you a lot. She says, wow, you get muddy in your muscles. Wow. And then she says she wants to know how you're built as a teenager. How you were built as a teenager. In terms of your muscles, your physique and whatnot.
I was always in good shape. I think when I was a freshman in high school, I won a best legs contest.
Oh yeah?
Always been, and I think the legs were probably my best genetic growing up. So I had muscular legs, but athletic, I guess, put together pretty decent. But I've been working out since I was in 6th grade.
Come on, are you serious? What got you into the weights that early?
Well, I had an older brother that played football, so I always been in his shadow when he started training for football. I was 2 years younger than him, but they let me go in there and work out with him. And it was something kind of like wrestling was when I first watched wrestling, something that drew me to it, and I was attracted to it. The same thing with weights. I would never consider myself a bodybuilder or powerlifter, nothing. I just like lifting weights. To me, it's a release. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel better in life. It gives me something to do to blow off my steam. So I enjoy it. I can't think of living and not working out.
That's amazing, because when I go in the gym with the amount of weight I'm lifting, it makes me feel awful sometimes, a little inadequate. You know, when you put the one plate on, you're forcing it out.
Well, I'm not lifting what I used to.
Anyway, having said that, we have an audience question over here from Heidi. Heidi, where you at? Okay.
What's the worst injury you've had in the ring?
I think definitely the worst injury I had in the ring was I think it was about 1997. I got dropped on my head in a pile driver, and I was basically quadriplegic in the ring in front of 20,000 people on a pay-per-view, paralyzed for about 90 seconds, and I didn't think I was ever going to walk again. Took me out of the ring for about 3 months, and then I wrestled for several years after that. And in year 2000, all that caught up to me, and I had to have my C3 and 4 fused. Out for about 15 months, and then back in the ring, but definitely getting pile drived in the middle of the ring.
I'm surprised you were able to get back in the ring. What was that like when you finally went back in the ring?
We just kind of played it real slow at first, didn't take too many bumps, and then just kind of started going back and more and getting more physical in the ring, and then finally just saying, you know what, I can kind of control a lot of things that are going to happen right now. Just don't get dropped on your head anymore, and everything's going to be okay. But you just wrestling in that ring is so fun. The adrenaline rush is so high that it's all worth it to go back in there and be able to go in front of 20,000 people and entertain them. It was just something that was so fun to me. And now, not wrestling so much anymore, but moving on into the acting. That's why I say acting is a good step right now, because you can only do that so long.